Yo, what's going on, everyone in the crypto space? Today I'm bringing you a very original type of video, how I used to do back in the day when my name used to be Teenage Investor on here and only had about 2,000 subscribers. So I wanted to do this kind of video again because what I'm talking about, it's not so much the information, it's taking the information, put into perspective, and it's actually a really nice day outside, so I thought I'd make a video out here. So if you guys tune into the stream today, we discussed about Ripple 1.0 and coming out live with XRP and the RippleNet soon for production use for banks, payment providers, liquidity providers, market makers, just basically being able to put into production for actual commercial use. Now I did have to take down the stream because I popped up Google Maps and showed exactly where I lived on accident. So I went ahead and had to delete the stream. So basically in this video I'm going to be pretty much explaining again what I said in the stream. So the 1.0 or 1.0.0, it's been to B3, Beta 3, Beta 4, Beta 5, and now it's into RC1. And basically what that means is that it's a live version, but it's still a live version in the form of a test where it's live, and the businesses that are trialing the technology will actually use real money to go through the RC1 beta to find any bugs and glitches before they make it completely official that they are live in the technology. So it's like a live, it's essentially like a live test, but they're keeping it quiet to make sure that if there's any bugs and glitches, they can get rid of it, come out with a release candidate too, to then go for it. But basically, Nick Bogelis, I think you pronounce it, he is the software programmer at Ripple, and he was stating that he used an odd analogy with food kind of, but he basically said that 1.0, the final release, is actually coming out very soon. And the big deal about this 1.0 release is that this is basically, to my knowledge, any software that gets to 1.0, it's a very big deal. It usually means the final production and its full release. And there's a bunch of speculation about its XRapid and XCurrent integration. It's the three products: XCurrent, XVIA, XRapid, and then it being integrated with XPool for a pool of liquidity for all the products. But basically, what I'm really getting from this is that I don't know everything that's going to be included in this, but I really do believe that XRapid is part of it. Because if you want to go check out C3 Nick's channel, he uploaded a video. You can check my Twitter, I did retweet it. It's a video of Marcus Treacher stating that in the second quarter, they're now moving XRapid more into production and getting XRP into more corridors. So the SVP of Ripple is just stating yes, this quarter we're working on getting XRP actually into bank and other business type payment remittances. Now also in the Q1 report, they did state that the second quarter would start expanding XRapid trials and moving into production. And I don't think this is coincidence with the 1.0 release candidate 1 coming out and the 1.0 actually being released pretty soon. So basically, with the Q1 report and Marcus Treacher's statements and Nick Bogelis' statements, it really sounds like XRP will actually be production ready with XRapid and the other products and actually be implemented within businesses and financial institutions. That's why these next couple of months might be very big for Ripple, because now all the doubt, all the people saying, like Laura Shin, for example, on her podcast saying, oh, why banks don't want to use XRP, although they're partnered with nearly 200 banks and have quite a bit of XRapid trials. All these XRapid trials will come to fruition, and XRP will actually end up being utilized within banks and payment providers, because now when this 1.0 comes out, and with everything that's been going on, with all the breadcrumbs we've been picking up, it's really, I'm almost 100% sure that when this release candidate is over and the 1.0 comes out, it's basically going to be XRapid in its production commercial ready use, to where 10 to 20 businesses can now go live on XRapid at once, and it's commercially ready for the remittance world. So honestly, guys, the next couple of months for Ripple, and especially XRP, I think is going to be huge. Brad Garlinghouse stated that XRP had one of its worst quarters, Q1 of 2018, but Ripple, the company, had one of the best quarters in the first quarter of 2018. And guys, with Nick's statements, with Marcus Treacher's statements, with the Q1 report, it's really piecing together to this 1.0 coming out is the XRapid full-on release. Everyone like Laura Shin, who's been saying, oh, banks don't want to use XRP, it's just going to cause the action to truly speak louder than words. Because with all these people saying XRP doesn't relate to the value of the network, they don't want to use XRP, then when all of a sudden 20, 30 businesses go live on the network, that will cause so many people to want to switch over to XRP while being very quiet about it. Because someone who's into Bitcoin going, hey, well, the progress of Bitcoin, it just got dropped by Steam Microsoft, but hey, now these banks are actually using the currency. People will actually see a real value in the currency. I mean, I personally see the value in the currency, and you probably see it too, but other people that are Bitcoin maximalists, when XRP actually comes to fruition in use case, that's going to cause a lot of people to switch over because they realize that the current altcoins they're in aren't making any real progress towards their targeted use case. Yes, altcoins have a targeted use case, but there are very few coins, in my opinion, that are actually progressing towards that use case. And with 1.0 going live, basically stating XRapid is coming to production-ready use to where a business can now use XRapid on demand. And another fascinating thing is that the only reason they're pushing to get XRapid live is because there's a demand for it to be used. Because why would the company put out XRapid full production in the next couple of weeks rather than a year from now? They want to do it in the next couple of weeks from now because there's a demand from businesses wanting to use the technology. Also, I think this ties in with Brad Garlinghouse stating that they're not going to announce any more partnerships with 200 partnerships. Now, he said that it oversaturated the market with news, but I think the real thing is that there's a lot of closed door behind deals, NDAs that have been signed where they can't say anything, and I think these businesses have a good reason for not wanting to say anything about their XRapid trials. See, we only have like 8 publicly announced XRapid trials, but I think there is a ton of big XRapid trials that have been kept quiet behind the scenes because it would have too much of an effect on the market, creating too much volatility and causing the business to pay more for the currency than as it is right now to load up on their liquidity pool. So honestly, guys, XRapid is coming live soon. XRP's use case will come to fruition. All the XRapid trials, they will keep growing and start moving into the production phase. And this isn't speculation, according to the first quarter report and Marcus Treacher's statements and Nick Bogelis, it's XRP coming to use within the next couple months. This is very fascinating things, guys. We're living in some fascinating times with this new form of technology, and now XRapid will be put into commercial production mode to where majority of the market's volume will be actual consumer money flowing through the network rather than just retail speculation. I want to finish this video off by saying, if you really believe in Bitcoin, there's one big fatal problem I see with it and with a lot of cryptocurrencies. I read up on this article from a Bitcoin bear who's done a ton of research, and he stated that 0.5% of Bitcoin's volume is actually for e-commerce transactions. When Bitcoin's main use is to be daily transactions, only 0.5% of the daily volume is actually used for those transactions. So with Ripple coming into a real use case, with just for MoneyGram alone, if XRP got implemented into all their corridors and payment flows, it'd be $2 billion a day off one company, MoneyGram. Now imagine there are nearly 200 partners that Ripple has. Let's say like 20% of them go live on XRapid. That's going to bring tons and tons of money flowing through the network to where 60-70% of the volume is actual use case and the other 30% will be speculative money. And that is where I see Ripple in the prime position to dethrone Ethereum and then Bitcoin, because all these other coins are not making real progress and Ripple is truly the only one that is. So thank you guys for watching this video. I wanted to tell you why the next couple months are going to be huge, and Ripple is the internet of value, the vision that we all have is now starting to come to fruition. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to check the links in the description. Pick up a Ledger Nano S to keep your cryptocurrency safe, or get some Ripple merchandise. Use WhenMoon at checkout for 15% off. And we also we now accept 4 cryptocurrencies: Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and Ethereum. Coinbase Commerce doesn't allow XRP. But anyways, you do not want to spend your XRP, and make sure to hold them. So yeah, check the link in the description if you want to get some merch. WhenMoon for 15% off, and we do accept cryptocurrency now, which is pretty cool. So thank you guys for tuning in this video. We're living in some exciting times, and I'll see you in the next one.